we have some good news. We're expanding our family, and we appreciate all the nice comments and everyone sharing in our joy.
So we're back this week at Anna's brother's place, and last week we got a lot of demo done, but this week we're trying to get it all put back together. We'd like to get the subfloor in, the old stairs ripped out, the new stairs, the hole in the floor, and then all the utilities run. I need a final design on the kitchen. Anna obviously worked on it last week, but I really need to know there's some utilities that have to go in and they have to be spot on. You can see, if you remember, this big post that was here. We took it out of here, put a couple temporary posts in here. We're going to have some other logs that come in. We're not sure where they're going to tie in. But this is where the P was, so we actually replaced the subfloor underneath. It smells a lot better in here. So right now we're getting ready to place this stairwell that's going to go downstairs right here. But like I said, the complication from what we found last week is there's some copper tubing that is actually supplying the radiators in the bedroom. So I'm going to cut another hole here and find out exactly about rerouting these pipes and see if they all keep going this way or if they turn into the bedroom.
Oh, there's where they go.
So we did find it. Look at that.
That was lucky, but it still keeps going.
Got our stair opening done, get a real visual of what we have to look at in here, and we got these pipes which are going to be easily rerouted. We got some Romex in here. I got it all traced out back to the panel where they all go. So we're going to go ahead and reroute a lot of this wire back over into this cavity, and it'll be cut open about right in here, all the way back over to there. This will give us the headroom, so when we walk downstairs, this will eventually be a stairway that goes downstairs. But we had to open it up almost a little over 9 feet, because as you go downstairs, you don't want to hit your head on the ceiling. So that's given us the opening for our staircase downstairs. So I'm going to reroute some stuff, and we should have this thing knocked out maybe by tomorrow.
So I sent the design that I had to my brother for the kitchen, and he really liked it, but they felt like they needed more storage, more countertop space, a bigger island. They just wanted the kitchen to be basically bigger. So we came up with a new design where we added more space and we're able to integrate some of the beamwork into the kitchen, so it looks like it's meant to be there instead of an afterthought. What we did was we brought the pantry over there by the door. I made the cabinets turn the corner there, and then we increased the size of the island, and then the tie beam, which is really a pain, we're able to work that into the sides of the island, so it kind of grounds the kitchen and gives it a square. I think the overall new design is much better, and they're going to be a lot happier with it. So today I'm over here at the workspace trying to figure out exactly where the island layout goes so that I can give Jacob a pretty accurate spot where the kitchen drain needs to come up.
We're going ahead and we're getting ready to put our second layer of subfloor on. Trying to get this done so we can get the stove back in here, maybe get some heat going. Everything in here, we're running 16 on center, we're just coming right over the top, so looking pretty good.
Drilling holes.
So, as you can see, this big wire here, we pulled it out from the existing range where it was was at, and we went and rerouted it. So now we're gonna come up, we'll eventually build a 2x8 wall here that we can actually run this in. This is gonna power the range. And then right now what we're doing is we've moved a lot of these wires out of the way, got them out of the way, sorted where they need to go. But I still need some more power for the kitchen. So to do that, we got to come all the way from the power panel, which is downstairs. We're going to run 3 more home runs over to this kitchen. That way, I'll have enough power to supply all the power needs for the kitchen. Then we can go ahead and cut these joists out, box this in, get our stairwell in there. Obviously, this has been our biggest challenge of all. But this is our drain pipe. This is actually going to be for the kitchen sink. Now, it was existing over there where the old kitchen was, and we just got really lucky because the pipe ran down through here, and so all we have to do is turn it to a 90. There'll be a big island and with a sink in the middle. We come over here with our drain pipe, stub it up, and then the water line's running right next to it.
So we'll put a beam here, and it'll be lined up with that beam. Go here, and so this beam will go, and then we'll come over here, and I want a beam placed in here. I want it 6 4 inches wall, and then the island will be built between the 2 beams. The island will go 48 inches to this side of the beam, and then the bar will stick out between the beams that way. And I put the drain in right in the center here.
So as you can see, there's lots of noise going on over here. Let's go find out. Hey! Oh, what are you guys doing?
Destroying things. We're doing demolition.
The demoing, look at that. So they're getting ready to rip out both these staircases, and then we'll have a ladder to access the upstairs and downstairs until we go ahead and build another stairs over there. I said, what a mess down there.
Oh, look who made that.
Cut that at an angle. So we have our drain, our constant slope. I went ahead and figured that already. So that'll be our support. Put a 90 in there. We'll turn up 90. Done. New floor joists they're putting in?
Yep.
Got them put in. We're gonna go ahead and put some plywood over top of this, and then we can keep sheeting everything.
So you got this drain in, and you got it moved over from here. So that's the thing, is the stairwell was really not a lot of fun, but you got lucky there. Usually the kitchen is the hard one to reroute all the utilities to. This time it was easy, but the stairwell was the real challenge.
So in this cabin, there's a boiler downstairs, and then they have baseboard run in a lot of the rooms, pretty much everywhere. And that's what heats the place. Then they also have a wood stove in here, which is probably what they used normally, but you know, if they ever left, then they could walk away and the baseboard did it. And they ran copper everywhere, which is, I mean, back when copper was cheap. I mean, think about all the copper in this place, there's a lot of copper. This is the old pipe that came out, and for some reason they got some old radiator tube for some baseboard. I don't know exactly why they did it, maybe to warm up the floor in places, but anyway, that was what was run from here, from the boiler to this bedroom that's behind this wall here. And so there was a supply and return for 2 different loops. We had to reroute 4 3/4 inch pipes. They were so big, it was so hard to get them to where we could move them, and we wound up just having to actually take them and put in some PEX in between, then hide the pipes. That way we could gain our room that we needed. We need a minimum of 36 inches for the finished opening, but you know, 37.5, so you can trim it out, 1 visor, whatever you're going to trim the stairwell out with. So now we got our clearance, the pipe's gone, now we're on to finish boxing it in. Why what?
Who broke the kitchen?
What?
You're getting told on. So we really need some wall cabinets, but before we do the wall cabinets, I want to get the backsplash done. So hopefully I'll be able to work on that in the next couple of weeks because we really need somewhere to start putting dishes away. I love this apron sink. I was kind of hesitant about it. I really just kind of thought that farm sinks or apron sinks or whatever you want to call them are more of a trend than actually something that's functional. But what's really nice is it's a little bit lower and there's no countertop between you and the sink. So you don't have like a ledge here that you're trying to reach over and wash your dishes. It's really nice. Oh yeah. And it's very bump friendly, we'll just put it that way.
My goal this week was to try to get this place to subfloor, the new subfloor, and we're there. So now we can walk away from this place for a little bit and then jump onto other projects that we got going.
So the good news is the skate shack that we had to put on hold because the windows and doors weren't in, those just showed up, and we had the skate shack spray foamed so that it would be better insulated, and that's done, so we can hop over there next week and hopefully get that done before ice builds on the rink and the kids want to use it. Hopefully going to continue to progress on our own house. And the basement drywall is done. So last week it was like, where do we go? And this week we're still saying, where do we go? Just too many options.
Too many options.
Thank you so much for watching, and we shall see you next Monday.
See you next Monday.
Okay, so homeschool is in session.